Hi, Caspar here on the 13th of June 2022, and really rather excited to have a new vintage of one of my favourite everyday drinking wines. Been sent a sample from the importer. So what is it? This is 2020 Soave, and the firm that makes it is called Dalcero, but they're probably more often known by the estate name, which is Tenuta, Corte Giacobbe. And they've renamed this cuvee. This is a sort of entry-level cuvee. They've renamed it Ronca Monte Calvarina, so the hill of Calvary. 13% alcohol, 100% Garganega, which is the grape of Soave. And let's have a look at it. I mean, it's pretty colour. Pale straw lemon in the glass. And the aromas I generally associate with Garganega. One is sort of a clean straw smell, so let's see if I can find that. Actually, there's not a lot of that. What there is a cobweb in the top of the glass, which is a bit disconcerting. Not a lot of that, but really, really delicious fruits that combine, or crisp orchard fruit and citrus as well. So I'm finding crunchy, juicy, snappy green apple fruit, but very much along with that I'm getting lemon, into grapefruit, a touch of lime, and something else, a hint of slightly underripe peach. There's a lot going on in there. It's clean, it's crisp, it's nicely defined set of aromas, but also has this layer of complexity, which is pretty exciting. Well, that definition just doesn't stop on the palate. It's a wine really more of the soil of the vineyard than it is about fruit. So let's try and describe what's going on in the mouth. The fruit itself is bright, is bracing. It's underpinned by super, really quite firm acidity that is hard to perceive because it's held within this envelope of fruit, but also it's extraordinary sort of earthiness that gives it a sense of place, a sense of terroir. Fruit is apple again, more sort of russet apple skins actually. Acidity beneath is firm and more sort of lemon grapefruit sort of, and it's a long thing. It's got great presence. It's got this mineral heft. It's not a heavy wine at all. It's 13% alcohol, but a mineral profoundness to it that makes it a really exciting thing. Wouldn't, I think, dream of drinking this wine on its own. I think it needs a little bit of food with it. Perhaps a rich, gooey goat's cheese would be quite interesting. Love to try it with some époisse, yeah, or vacherin, but also be nice with lobster. Probably very good with oysters. Yeah, but I think it needs some food to counteract that earthy. I mean, particularly at the finish, and the finish is very long. It has this distinctly mineral quality to the structure that gives it this earthiness in a very pleasant way, finishing on a slightly pithy, almost faintly bitter citrus thing. It's a really impressive wine. Goodness me, loving it. And there's an S on the label for some reason. I suppose for Soave. Just a fabulous new vintage of this wine. So, as ever with Italian wines, about 1,000,000 words on the label. I'll read some of them to remind you what it is. 2020 Soave Monte Calvarina from the estate of Tenuta, Corte Giacobbe, the firm of Dalcero. It's a wonderful, fascinating and delicious white wine. Loving it.